All right, so I just put out a post on my community tab on YouTube asking what type of videos people wanted to see, and I got several suggestions. So the first one I'm gonna address is from Fred M, and he said, videos on how to structure your arm wrestling workout split and programming to constantly progress. I'm assuming that he's wondering how to work in the gym training with the arm wrestling training on the table and how I do my training, how I kind of work around that. Basically, I'll give a basic outline of how I train in the gym. So in the gym, I'm doing push-pull legs is my basic split. I'll switch it up depending on when I've arm wrestled, when I need more just blood flow, recovery work in my arms. Like for example, when we have practices, like a team practice, a team arm wrestling practice on a Saturday, which is usually like a weekly thing, then if my arms are super beat up, then the next day oftentimes I'll just do, just for blood flow in my arms, just a bunch of wrist, pronation, supination, just because my arms are so beat up, my tendons are so beat up that they need that blood flow to recover. So oftentimes the day after I'll do that, or I'll do legs, but I won't be able to deadlift because my grip will be severely damaged from arm wrestling the day before. So if I'm gonna hit legs the day after a heavy arm wrestling table training session, like with a team, then I'm usually gonna do some type of squats that doesn't involve anything with my wrist or my forearms, because usually my tendons will be extremely sore. So if I squat, I'll do like a box squat or something to where I'm not engaging my arms so I can rest them. And I always like to get blood flow the day after a table training session. So that's typically how I program the next day. Now the day after, depending on how beat up I am, I'll either do like a light chest day, more for like high reps, more for volume, hypertrophy, because my tendons are too sore to go heavy. I'll start feeling the pain, the sharp toothache pain. So I never really want to irritate that. I never want to be feeling the pain in training. That's the main thing. What I mean by that is I'm listening to my body, how fatigued it is from the arm wrestling, and I'm working around that. So for example, on a Monday, let's say I trained on the table arm wrestling for like 4 hours on Saturday. Then on Monday, typically it'll be like a chest and tricep day, like a push day, and it'll be more of a high rep day, kind of lower weight. Last thing I want to do is activate that pain. So I'm just going, high reps, getting the pump in there. And then the next day, most likely will be like back and biceps. I'll do like a pull day, I'll do pull-ups, I'll do back training, I'll do biceps, forearms, I'll throw in arm wrestling exercises as well. And oftentimes I'll do a 2-a-day, so I'll do arm wrestling. I mean, it's never bad for me to do arm wrestling every day, whether I'm doing some type of wrist curls for volume. I'll change the weight depending on how fatigued I am. I'm never going to be pushing myself with the weight high intensity, super high intensity after I'm very fatigued. So on those days, it's more for blood flow, but I always prefer to move and do something for arm wrestling training. So I just described Monday would be like a push day, Tuesday typically like a pull day, then Wednesday will be a leg day. Or sometimes I'll start Monday as a leg day and then push day on the Tuesday, and then like a pull day on Wednesday. I'll kind of alternate with the push, pull, and the legs, and then the rehab days. Those are kind of the 4 days. Other than when I'm training on the table for arm wrestling, that's its own day. I'm not usually doing a gym workout and for a team practice, I'm not doing like a team practice and a gym workout on the same day. Usually don't do that. So it's either team practice, a rehab blood flow day, a rest day, or it's push pull legs. And I'm kind of, the days I go heavy on push or even on pull-ups and like on my pull day, or even on like deadlifts, for example, because deadlifts it requires a lot of grip, so I have to be primed. I can't have too much fatigue in my arms, so I'm working around when my arms are destroyed from arm wrestling, going lighter and more high reps. And then let's say I have a week off from training arm wrestling. If there wasn't a practice, then I'll kind of increase the weight on like the bench press, start to do heavier weights because I'm not feeling that tendon fatigue. So it's all about working around that and finding a way to progress to where you're not beating your body down too much to where you can recover, because at the end of the day you need sleep, you need to eat, and that's how you recover. And blood flow helps recovery too, especially in the tendons when it comes to arm wrestling. So listen to your body. You're still going to be able to progress in bench and other pull day movements, like your back training, all your training, you're going to be able to progress while doing arm wrestling. You just have to think more long term and be smarter about it. You can't just crush your body so much down to where you can't recover, because with the arm wrestling training, it is a lot on your tendons. So just one thing to keep in mind, just manage your fatigue with how you recover, and you'll be able to progress in bench press, squat, deadlift, and you'll be able to progress in arm wrestling at the same time. That's kind of how I'm doing it right now. That's what I would recommend. So if you have any questions on that, you can leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe as well, because I'm going to answer a couple more of the suggestions that were on the tab that I posted, and also I'm going to do a Q&A soon. I want to do a Q&A, that way people can ask me whatever questions they want about arm wrestling, about training, anything, and I'll address that. So thank you for watching.